So why did he get the tattoo in the first place? Just because he was a fan, or like
Yeah, I think him and
just
LeBron were tight at one point.
oh really? That's kind
Mhm.
of weird. Like to get a tattoo of your friend. Hello and welcome back to Graveyard Shift Sports. We are your hosts, Josh and Missy Graves, and we're here to bring you your midnight snack of sports talk. We're the casual sports show for the casual sports fan, and we're really just here to break down the biggest news in sports in an easy to digest way. Get all the snack puns there.
Nailed it.
For today's midnight snack, OKC is spending some big bucks. We'll
Hmm.
talk more about it. Drake and SGA have a bromance, question mark?
Is it a bromance or is it more so Drake is on the outs with LeBron? We'll
I don't
see.
know. We'll talk about it. Cooper Flagg is playing summer ball and people are talking about it. And we have some fun dating news that I hope people care about because I think it's fun. Later on in Girl Dinner, we're going to break down some stats and try to answer the question, who really is the best guard in the WNBA? I've got some WNBA season updates too, MVP and Rookie of the Year front runner updates, and then Wimbledon for women's singles has wrapped. So we'll talk about the winner of that. So don't forget to subscribe so you can understand what the heck all of your jock friends are talking about. And if you have any questions, drop them down below. We'll answer them for you. Sound good?
Any type of question. Doesn't even have
Any
to be
type of
about
question.
sports. Need
Like,
help with your
hey
math homework?
Josh,
We can do it.
I do have a math degree. I'm a professional counter. I got a degree in counting, so I can help you with that.
It's behind her.
So
You can see it on the
it's right
wall
there.
back there. Yep, it's real.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, but what I want to talk about first is I took my first golf lesson,
Hmm.
and I'm just counting down the days until I can beat you in a game of golf, and I think it's gonna be coming sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say already, one class, you've had more lesson time than I have.
Uh-huh.
I've had one 30-minute golf lesson. You've now had 1 hour and a half long golf
Yes, but
lesson.
mine was also it's a group. It's not like I'm paying for one-on-one lessons. We're not that loaded yet. All right. Um, and yours was one-on-one, wasn't it? Even though it was only
Yeah,
30 minutes. So
yeah.
like it all evens out. It's fine. But I have
You
four
do.
more sessions to
You
go.
do.
No big deal.
Exciting stuff there.
No big deal. She helped me grip the club better. So the way that you taught me wasn't good. Um, that was the biggest thing I learned. We did a little bit of putting too. I don't like putting.
No,
It's stupid.
you were pretty solid putting before we got you clubs.
Like I'm fine. Like I would say I'm averagely bad, you know.
Yeah.
But
Aren't we all?
yeah, it what I did. That was my least favorite. It's frustrating because
It is.
it just the grass makes it go where you told it not to go,
Yep.
and I don't. It's not fun. It's stupid.
Imagine this too. You're on a par five. You have a great drive, then a solid follow-up tee or iron shot, and now you're on the green in two shots. For your third shot, all you need to do is just hit this long putt. You send it 10 feet past the hole. So then you're like, all right,
Yeah. No.
still can get a birdie here. I just need to tap it backwards. You send it 5 more feet past the hole on the second one, and you end up getting a bogey on this hole because you just can't putt. And that's golf.
That is golf. I don't think I'm looking forward to driving it either. So what was cool is she said like as we go like we're gonna play. I think she said on the last one we'll play around, but we're not playing around like from the tee boxes. She said we'll start on the what's it called
Fairway?
fairway like X many feet or yards whatever from the pin. Um, and then once we hit par on that, like you move up or you move back
Hmm.
gradually.
Okay,
So that's kind of fun.
that
That
is
makes it
fun.
less intimidating because the idea of starting from the tee box and having to hit it very far, um, I don't want to do that
Yeah,
yet. So
I would argue that's
anyway,
the most fun part of
well,
golf.
because your whole thing is how hard and far can I hit it?
It's my only thing I can do consistently out there. I can
But
just
you're
hit.
not doing it consistently.
No,
I
okay,
saw you
you're
in Topgolf.
hold on. See that's the key there. We did it at Topgolf with some random clubs. I mean, the thing was called like the Sure Thing or whatever. I mean, it's a wedge with a driver head. So you can't be judging my golf on
I was
Topgolf.
judging.
Plus, this
Anyway,
is this now the guys will agree with me here. When you go to Topgolf with coworkers, your whole goal while there is to assert dominance and have the farthest drive of anybody else in the group. That
I
is
don't
that
understand
is what you're
why.
supposed to do.
I would have been more impressed if you had hit it in the farthest net, like in like the white circle, instead of trying to hit the actual back net. Like you were getting the distance to hit it consistently into the white circle, but you were trying to go for the net instead, and so you just shanked every single hit.
Not every single hit. I still won
Felt
in
like
total
it.
points. All I'm saying, I still won the point goal here, but my goal
I
was
just
different than everyone else's because my goal was to I'm sending this to the back net.
okay,
That is all
whatever.
I care about.
Okay, whatever you say.
The guys will agree with me. Guaranteed.
Let us know down below. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Anyway, no, we only watched half of the next Marvel movie last night. These movies are long.
they are. We've kind of stalled out on progress there,
Yeah. We're
but
trying to
that's
watch all the
okay.
Marvel movies and it's we were doing really good and
Hmm.
then we took a break
Well,
and it
also,
was
when you have the 6 hour flights each way, you can cover a lot of movies.
six, no, it was 10 hours of flights each
Yep,
way for
that's
that trip.
that's fair point. Yep,
Um, yeah. So we've been watching a lot of The Rookie recently. That's a good show.
it's a good show. We have
But
officially finished season one on it. They left us with a large cliffhanger at the end of season one.
a wild cliffhanger,
Yeah. What
as they do.
here's what kind of kills me about cliffhangers though, is that the ending of that, while was exciting, it was like 2 minutes at the beginning of the first episode of the next season. So it's like, oh, well now it doesn't feel like it was as big of a deal with the cliffhanger because we've resolved this in a matter of
They like didn't
moments.
even talk about it
No.
in the first episode. Like it was just fine. Like
It
we're
was
moving
yeah.
on now.
Like, oh, we're gonna move on. All right, we got 2 minutes of action that happened here, and now we're moving on. And then, boom, 2 weeks later, frame hits, and you're just like, oh, okay. I
Okay.
guess we just moved past everything
All
that
right.
just occurred. So,
Yeah. Um, yeah, so that's that. So, but there's one other thing that we missed last week, and I'm very disappointed in you, Joshua, for not
listen, we
reporting on this.
covered a lot of sports last week. We covered Omega Ball and things like that. But I would argue that behind the hot dog eating contest, this was the most important sporting event of the
This
week.
it absolutely was, and we didn't talk about it. So redeem yourself, Joshua.
Oh, I'm on this one.
Yeah,
Um,
you're yeah.
on July 4th, there was a Wiener Dog race for the 4th. It was at a horse track. They were literally racing on a horse track, and that was the second most important hot dog race of the day that day. So
I would argue that was the first,
I don't know.
but that's
Joey
just my
Chestnut's on a
opinion.
stage. You gotta tune in.
I disagree, but
Kind of be
okay.
grossed out, but you gotta tune in.
Anyway, so the dog who won, her name was Stella. She's a cute girl.
Stella's the fastest glizzy with legs. Feel good about that one.
Okay.
Yep.
The fastest glizzy with legs. Um, with that, I think we're ready to get started here.
Alrighty.
I don't think there's
Fastest.
anything else to say
On that bombshell, the
after
fastest
that.
glizzy this side of the Mississippi. We'll move on to the midnight snacks.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is our men's news segment. Latest news in men's sports. And first and foremost, OKC is spending some big bucks.
A lot of money being spent there. Their big three are officially returning. So it started with SGA signing a 4-year, $285 million contract extension. That was the highest of contract extensions for any NBA player until 1 week later, but we'll get to that. So SGA is coming back. Jalen Williams coming back. He's on a 5-year extension worth up to $287 million. And then Chet Holmgren also coming back, 5-year extension, $250 million. Quick math here. That is $822 million between those three players over the next 5 years. Pretty
A lot of money.
insane. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. So, you're kind of handcuffed here with all of your other players at this point. Like, the whole rest of the team, you may not have a bench that's viable, but your big three are coming back. So as long as they score a ton of points whenever they're on the court, we'll see how it works out. With that being said, though, kind of prefaced it here, let it in. Devin Booker from the Suns, officially the highest contract, if anybody. 2 years, $145 million. You're talking $72.5 million per year. It's a rather risky move because kind of like what we just said with OKC, you're tying up a lot of capital into a single player. So it's time for.
Hold on, can we talk? Okay, SGA is making more money, but it's over a longer period of time. So like you're talking about it's the highest annual salary. So SGA's annual salary is what's 285 divided by 4? Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing it?
Well, I was going to, but then I heard you clicky clacky, so you do it.
71.25.
71.25 million, and then Devin Booker's per year. Devin Booker's is what?
72.5.
72.5. Close, but yeah, I just wanted to do that math and explain it. You can keep talking now.
Okay. Yes. So SGA 4 years, 285. Devin Booker 2 years, 145.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if it works out for the Suns. Same with OKC. Well, bringing back your big three is a big deal. I think Western Conference is still, it's pretty tight over there. You got a lot of really good teams. So that's pretty much all I got. But talking about SGA and talking about these contract extensions, some other exciting, very interesting, life-changing news occurred. So Drake had a tattoo of, yes, Drake the singer. Drake the singer had rapper.
I don't know.
Musician?
Singer is the right word.
Gambler.
So
he had a tattoo of LeBron James in his high school jersey, the Fighting Irish, on his arm. He's a headliner for some concert thing that's happening right now. And anyways, he showed up, was performing, and that tattoo is now covered up with an SGA tattoo instead. So having delved into the research here on why this occurred, because this is some important, hard-hitting news that we need to cover.
Important news.
It is. So to cover, basically, it all started last year when you had the huge beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And so after 9 diss tracks had come out, there was a Kendrick concert, which LeBron went to. So because LeBron went and supported Kendrick at a concert, then Drake brought LeBron into some of his diss tracks, and now that's where we're at with that.
I didn't realize it went that deep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So why did he get the tattoo in the first place? Just because he was a fan, or like?
Yeah, I think him and just LeBron were tight at one point.
Oh, really? That's kind of weird. Like, to get a tattoo of your friend, right? Like, were they that close that they were like
crazy enough?
You said you dove into the research, and I thought you'd have a little bit more information.
No, I basically gave you everything I had here.
Okay, so basically, Drake is upset because of the beef that was happening, and he has a new fave.
Yes,
is what it appears.
And it feels like he felt betrayed because LeBron went to a Kendrick concert. and supported the
Okay.
ops.
Okay. So now he's betraying LeBron and standing with SGA.
Yes,
Okay. So much drama.
very much so.
Yeah.
But a
Cool.
no drama type guy, Cooper Flagg, has made his debut
Yeah.
officially. Um,
No drama.
pretty pretty underwhelming first performance, I will say. He had a massive dunk to get his first points in the summer league. However, his overall game line was 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. It's okay, not a great night.
That was his
However,
first game.
that was first game.
Okay.
Second game, 31 points against the Spurs. They did go on to lose that game, but really, I think the big talking point here is that the Mavs scored 67 total points. Cooper Flagg
Yeah.
was 31 of those points. So he did his thing last
So
night.
I think there's a few things to note here. One is that it's the Mavs. Cooper Flagg was the first round pick, and so he's going to the team that needs the most help. We'll put it that way. And so it's not necessarily surprising that they're not winning automatically with having Cooper Flagg. And I also see a lot about I just feel like summer ball isn't about winning. It's more about like the individuals' performances rather than the teams.
Yep.
Do you think that would you agree with that?
100%. The summer league's for player development, so you won't have
Yeah.
any big stars playing for any of the teams.
Yeah. So with that too, it makes sense that like it's exciting that he's had this showing in just his second game.
Absolutely.
Crazy
I think,
improvement from game 1 to game 2.
I
So
mean,
he worked out the nerves or whatever it was.
he's so young and yet
Yeah.
6'8",
You gotta
220.
remember this kid is what, 19, 20?
18 or 19.
He would have been a sophomore in college this year.
Yes, but he went to college a year early as
Oh.
well.
Oh, right.
So
I
I
forgot
think
about that. So he's like 18.
I think he's like
How old is he?
18, max 19. I know he's not 20.
I have no internet. Why isn't my internet working? So anyway, he's probably 18. Is yours working?
He's 18.
He's 18.
December 21st, 2006. That is offensive that he was born in 2006.
Nope. I don't. We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that.
It's hurt my feelings to look this up.
This kid is 18. He can't even drink alcohol.
Not even close.
Not even close. So that puts it into perspective. He's doing pretty good.
Redonkulous. I mean, he might as well be a freshman in college right now. That's
yeah. Yeah.
Painful.
One thing you didn't put on here is he played Bronny's team the other day.
They did.
How'd that go?
So that was the first game. Cooper Flagg had the 10 points. That was previously listed. 10.6 rebounds, 4 assists.
That was that game? Okay.
And Bronny James had 8 points. So, okay. But all in all, it was Bronny? He's older because he went to college first. Yeah. And he got drafted last year as I want to say it was after his sophomore year. So my guess would be he's
like what, 21, 22?
Yeah, I'm going to guess 22.
Okay. But that he's also been in the league for a year, right? This would be his second year?
20. 20.
But right, this would be his second year in the league?
Technically, yes. He made his debut last year? Well, let me finish. He made his debut.
What?
He made his debut last year. So that they could make the statement that, Bronny James and LeBron James have played on the same team. Yeah. That's the first father-son duo. However, he would then get sent down to the G League to build his game up. So
yeah, interesting. We'll see how that goes.
See how it plays out.
Yep. Tennis updates.
Tennis. It's happening.
Tennis is happening, like we said last week.
It's occurring. It actually is happening as we speak right now. The final match is on. Yep, it is behind Missy, adjacent to the camera.
Alcaraz is winning this. He's winning this set, but it looks like he's down. So it's a close game right now.
Yeah. Center versus Alcaraz. Number one versus number two. What's some key call outs here? Alcaraz won the French Open in a pretty electric battle just last month. If Alcaraz was to win this Wimbledon, he would win the French Open and Wimbledon in the same year, back-to-back years. Because last year he won the French Open and Wimbledon. So he's already proven to himself that he can beat Sinner. He did that in the French Open just a month ago. So we'll see if he can run it back and do it again. Another key thing here is that this is the first final, I think, in like 7 or 8 years, where for Wimbledon, where none of the big three from tennis are in there.
Saw that. Yeah.
Nadal, Federer,
Like
Djokovic,
a new era of
Djokovic.
tennis. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of the passing of the torch here. So it's pretty cool. Hey, it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, man.
Would you like to cover the last big piece of hard-hitting news?
So we've got some dating news. I'm pretty excited about it. Would you say you're excited about it?
Absolutely. You know, this changed my entire morning.
You don't even care. You don't even
Not
care.
really. No.
I care because Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson are Instagram official. Klay Thompson is on the Dallas Mavs team. Do you know anything about Klay Thompson to share? Other than he's on the team.
Yeah, originally one of the splash. Wait, which team did you say?
He's on Dallas, right?
Yeah. Yeah, originally one of the Splash Bros when he was on the Warriors with Steph Curry. Now he is over on the Mavs. He had a bad injury just a couple years ago, but I think he'll have a rebound year.
Really love this for Meg Thee Stallion. I feel like she needs an athlete. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Here's a question. Something I'm noticing is that athletes are now dating a lot of musicians / singers / rappers. Have you noticed that?
I don't think that's new.
But like, I feel like it's more highly publicized than it usually is. And I think it all goes back to Taylor and Travis. Because like that happened, and then you've got, I think Cardi B is dating Stephon Diggs. And
Ice Spice is dating a football player, right? I can't remember.
Sauce Gardner.
Yep.
Yeah. And then now you've got Klay Thompson and Meg Thee Stallion. Yeah. So
I don't think it's new. I think you're noticing it more because we're doing this show and because I talk about Taylor and Travis a lot. I don't think this is like new. Maybe it's been covered more in the media because of Taylor and Travis, because Taylor has that effect on the world. Anyway, back to Megan. I'm just happy for her. I feel like she is a woman, you know what I mean? Like she needs like a man, like capital, all caps, like caps lock, woman, like that, you know? So I love this. Whoa, man. I love this for her, and I'm excited to see how it plays out for them.
Go off, Meg.
Go off, Meg. Well, with that, any more thoughts on the dating lives of athletes?
No, not at this time. I think we've pretty much covered all the high profile.
Oh, this is random, but I saw it on George Kittle was getting interviewed, and they were talking about how, I guess, after the Tight End University, like they all went out with like Taylor and Travis, and the bar they were at, Love Story came on, and apparently that's like George Kittle's like favorite Taylor Swift song, at least favorite song. And so he's got like a video of them like him with Taylor like screaming this like, you know, top of their lungs like singing the song.
That's awesome.
So I don't know, that was really wholesome.
Here's all I'm gonna say is that George Kittle loves Nashville, and I just think since he spends his off seasons in Nashville, he should just go ahead and spend the end season time at Nashville and join the Titans.
Everything with you comes back to the Titans.
Listen, all I'm saying is Cam Ward's gonna feed him the rock. He'll get it as many times as he wants a game. Think about
how the season goes with Cam Ward.
I'm feeling excited.
Cautiously optimistic.
Super Bowl or bust? First
Did
one
you
in
make that
history.
bet?
I think I got like $2
I
on
feel
it.
like you did. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
talking about it.
it's like $2 to
Um,
win $480 or something like that.
I mean, that's just a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can get not even a pack of gum, or
Yeah,
you can buy a lot of pack of gum.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. On to our next segment, Girl Dinner. This is our women's sports news segment. First things first. So last week we were talking about how Caitlin Clark was ranked ninth for the guards in the WNBA. So I did a little research on my own.
Some circle back and
So we're
double click
circling
info.
back and we're going to double click into the guards of the WNBA. And I honestly, I'm a little shocked with what I found. So what I did was I just went on to the WNBA Whoa, let me take a step back. I went onto the WNBA website and I just copy and pasted like all of the stats for all of the guards and plopped them into Excel, and I'm just like doing basic stats. This was as of Friday, so it was the July 11th. So that is the data set that I am working with. And I struggled with this because I was like, the question is, what makes a guard the best? And that is a complicated question to answer.
What did you decide were your
I didn't.
KPIs here?
KPIs. Well, so there's different ways you could look at it, but I think I'm limited with my data set and I won't go into any more nerdy stuff than that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look at some basic stats and the rankings, and I think that's going to shed some light onto the rankings that we saw. Okay, so first things first. And we're going to keep in mind that like injuries happened, right? And so especially Caitlin Clark missed a lot of games. So we're not going to talk about like total points or like total minutes played or whatever. We're going to normalize our data. And so it's kind of a level playing field. Okay, so we started with the average, just like what is the points per game, right? And so when you do that, Kelsey Plum is first, and then Sabrina Ionescu, then Alicia Gray, Kelsey Mitchell, Skylar Diggins, Paige Beckers, Brittany Skies, and Caitlin Clark is eighth. That's points per game played, right? So that's normalized based on like injuries, if injuries happened or whatever. So Caitlin Clark there is eighth with 17.4 points per game. Are you shocked by that? Your expression is
Not
blank.
Yeah, not particularly surprised. I mean, like, she's had some high scoring games, but also like
Yeah.
it hasn't been overly consistent this season,
Yeah.
as it has
Yeah.
been with past seasons.
Yeah. So then I went down a rabbit hole in my brain and I was like, well, is that really fair to say points per game? Because then it's like I'm sure there were some games where Caitlin didn't play as much, or maybe I know Paige has some injuries too, so maybe they were resting her. So I went down to points per minute played. So normalized based on points per minute. We have one outlier up here that I'm not going to include because she only had 145 minutes, whereas everyone else is like in the 600s, 500s, whatever. So we're gonna Kalia Cooper is technically first here with 0.6 points per minute, but I'm going to count that as an outlier and not include her. So then after that, we have Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Mitchell, Skylar Diggins, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Brittany Skies, Alicia Gray, and then Caitlin Clark. So eighth again, which I guess that it makes sense that the rankings are about the same. So again, Caitlin Clark, eighth there. So those are the first two things I did. And then I started looking into like just total like assists. If we're looking at assists, who's leading there? So if we're looking at assists per game, Caitlin Clark is first. And then Natasha Cloud, Skylar Diggins, Courtney Williams, Kelsey Plum, Paige Beckers at sixth, Sabrina Ionescu at seventh. So a lot of the same big names, but I think that is obviously where Caitlin really shines is the assists. So that makes sense. And then what other interesting stat could we do? I think those are the big ones for guards.
I would agree.
So anyway, with that, I was really shocked when I saw that the other players had ranked her ninth, and the media's going like, oh, classic. People just don't like Caitlin Clark. They hate her because she's so good, and yes, she is really good, and but she's not having as good of a season as she did last year because she's been battling injuries and things like that.
Yep.
So, and then when we look at the actual stats, other than assists, where she is rocking the board, right? Obviously, she is having a slower year than she did last year. So maybe the ninth isn't a crazy place to put her.
I still think 9 is a little low because of
Yeah.
the overall impact that she brings to the game. But I stand by what I said last
Right.
week
But
with
then that,
I think that her ranking in the middle of the field would be more appropriate. So like around the
yeah,
4 or 5 mark.
yeah. But then so that goes back to what is you said based on her impact of the game.
Hmm.
Agreed. So like what is the definition of how this ranking should occur?
That's hard to say because not to segue out of this conversation, but to bring up the Fever's game that they had just last night. I believe it was last night or 2 nights ago against the Atlanta
Yeah.
Dream. Caitlin didn't score that many points. She only had 12 points, but she said it was her best game for controlling the pace of play and
Yeah.
managing how they play. So,
Right?
not on the stat sheet, but
Yeah.
also she controlled the game from a different aspect.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. It's so hard. All of these things are so as a data analyst, I struggle because I'm like, I want the facts. I want the numbers and I want to know on paper, like how do we determine who the best player is? But you can't it's not always that black and white, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I especially with like I think in all data things, but especially with sports, like there you have to find that perfect mix of using the stats, but then also using just like the game knowledge that you have to determine these things.
It's almost if you combined points and assists and then divided that by total number of games, maybe look at it that way.
So I started to do that, but then it's like, it does an assist count for X amount of points?
That's
And how
fair.
do you
Yeah.
find out what that X amount of? I went down that rabbit hole of trying to figure out, trying to build. I pulled up, I started coding it and everything. Like, how many points would one assist equate
Nerd.
to? Um, but then I was like, this is just, I'm getting too much in the weeds here. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was a thought I had too. And ideally, I think that you could figure out something like that. But it's above my pay grade. Maybe if someone hires me to do it, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was fun. Fun little experiment. I think it gives some clarity onto how not simple these rankings are.
Hmm.
Um, so on to the next thing. Women's singles in Wimbledon is finished, and how do you say her name? Iga Swiatek. Is that how you say
Sviatek.
it?
I'm still
No,
saying
that's how
Sviatek.
it is
I know.
spelled. It's Swiatek, but that
Yeah.
is not how they. I literally looked up a video of someone pronouncing it before this, and like,
The tech.
I think I'm still saying it wrong. Iga Swiatek,
Yeah.
something like
So
that. Anyway, she rocked.
a
She
Swedish
rocked.
lady. Yep.
She rocked. She absolutely killed it. She had an undefeated showing in the tournament. So on
Final
the
in the
finals,
final.
you want to explain this?
Yeah, so she won in a shutout fashion in the final for the ladies women's Wimbledon championship here. 6-0 6-0 against the American that she was playing
Uh-huh.
against. So there was a couple points scored by the other player, but ultimately, I mean, she just absolutely dominated this
Uh-huh.
competition. So
Yeah, really cool.
I was looking even in the semifinals, it was like she still won in a pretty dominant fashion, but they at least like won a couple sets.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't even close there either. So
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Exciting to see. It's crazy to win it. Just like not lose a single set. Back to WNBA. Um, just some updates. So Fever, like you mentioned before, they had a bounce back win against the Dream. The way you typed it, after getting roasted earlier in the week by the Valkyries.
They did. All right. They did. They had like a 9 point lead early on, and then they just got dumpstered after that. So
Yeah.
it was hard to watch that game.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, even though Caitlin only had 12 points, she said it was one of her best games because she was doing what a point guard does and managing the pace of the game, which is not a stat that you can quantify.
Yeah, she was the control person.
Yeah. And then Angel Reese is also popping off. The Sky beat the Minnesota Lynx in 87-81, and she had a pretty dominant showing there. So
I saw that. She had like 19 points, did she?
yeah.
I think it was like 19 points, 11 rebounds.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Very, very nice.
And then just some front runner MVP and Rookie of the Year updates really quick for the WNBA. Front runner for the MVP for WNBA, according to ESPN, is Nafisa Collier of the Lynx, Minnesota Lynx. So she is scoring 23.5 points per game while playing for the league's first place team. She's doing her best shooting of her career, 52.1% from the field and 95.6% from the free throw line.
Wow.
And then her rebounding and elite defense and leadership are also key stats there.
Pretty good.
Her top challengers for this are looking to be Alyssa Thomas and Phoenix Mercury. Thomas is a post player, 15.3 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game. Who also leads the league in assists, 9.5. And then, they don't talk about, okay, that's all she says about that. And then Rookie of the Year frontrunner, I think this is no surprise. Paige Beckers is looking to be the favorite for that. Among first-year players, she's topping in the league in scoring, assists, and steals. So,
yeah, I'd say if you're in the lead for all three of those, you might end up.
You might just be up there. Her top challengers are looking to be Sonia Citron and Kiki Arifan.
I think they got
both
their work cut out for them if they're going to try and, yeah.
So fun. So we'll update there. I think that's about all we got for you for this week. We've got the All-Star game coming up for WNBA. Should be this weekend, right? The 19th, I think it was. So looking forward to that. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, with that, hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the episode, let us know. Comment down below if you have any thoughts on the Caitlin Cork debate that we were talking about. I'm sure people do.
Sure they do.
Let's talk about it. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Bye.